What motivates you? What drives you? Why do you wake up in the morning? I want you to reflect on these questions here for a moment. Because a lot of us are stuck in the motions. We wake up every single day. We get ready to go to work. We clock in. We do whatever we got to do at work, clock out, and then go back home and distract ourselves with trivial pleasures for a few hours until it's time to go to bed to repeat the same thing the next day. Don't live the same year 75 times and call it a life. The danger is so many people are going down a path that they do not feel connected to. They are not living their true calling. You know, your calling is, the word calling is a very powerful word. It's what you were destined to do. Not what you got to do to make some money and pay the bills. No, that's where we all start. And by the way, I'm not against jobs. I'm a big believer that even if you're an entrepreneur, get a job in the early stages, right? Even if you feel like, I don't want to work for anybody, it will help you. That experience will help you. When you start doing really well from your side gig and it grows very successfully for you, then you can leave the job. But still, being an employee teaches you a lot of things and it makes you a better leader in the future. However, what I don't want you to do is just get stuck in the motions. You are a cog in the system. You are making somebody else wealthy, but then you have nothing that your hands are working on after your 9 to 5. And look, so many guys feel empty because they don't feel like they are building something worthwhile. You know, let's face it, most employers don't give a fuck about you. They really don't. Right? They pay you just enough to not quit, but not enough to do really well and live your dreams. So you end up just being, living a life where you're just paying to survive. Paying the rent, paying for your car, food, but you're not thriving. And you can get stuck in that for 7 years, 10 years, 15, 20 years, maybe 30 years, maybe your whole life if you're not careful. And at the end of it, you look back and think, why did I not bother doing something that really brought me fulfillment? It's not about making $1 million a year. Although I would say that strive to make the most amount possible. This reminds me of when Jim Rohn said, set a goal to be a millionaire for what it will make of you to achieve it. Right? When you set huge goals, it changes you. It builds you up. Because the person that is capable of making $1 million a year is far more valuable than the $1 million a year. Right? Because someone can take your money away, but if you are a $1 million earner up here, you can make it again and again and again and again. You've got the blueprint. It's now embedded in your DNA. You can do it again. What you do not want to do, gentlemen, is just to get stuck in somebody else's business, making them wealthy, but you not even trying to do something for yourself. And this is where the real tragedy lies. It's in the fact that you never tried. It's not in the fact that you tried and, things didn't work out. I sincerely believe that even if you give something 120%, but you don't quite get the result you're after, you're still better as a result of it, right? You're a better salesperson. You're a better communicator, negotiator. You've made money along the way. Even if you didn't hit your exact financial target, you've still made more than if you had never tried, right? So the real shame is in never trying, is in being a spectator, just observing other people go out there and live their dreams, and you're sat on the sidelines coming up with BS excuses. And in the majority of cases, they are BS, honestly. They are smoke screens that are there to cover up the real reason, which is you're scared. And you are. I'm just keeping it real. You're scared. But you want to disguise it as, well, the market's too saturated, whatever fucking, but I don't have the equipment. No, it's not about any of that stuff. It's about the fact that you're scared. And you're trying to justify your inaction by coming up with all these fancy reasons. What are you scared of, you may ask? You may be scared of failure. You may be scared of criticism from friends and family. Oh, look at you making videos. That's cringe, man. Why are you doing that? You know, who do you think you are? You think you're some sort of... You're scared of that. Some of you, believe it or not, are scared of doing well. You are. But what if it works out and it just takes me down a road that I'm not prepared for? That's a real fear amongst a lot of people. The fear of doing well. Because you're so used to operating at a certain level, the idea that you're now going to be earning significantly more, it scares you on the inside. It intimidates you. You're like, oh, I don't know if I can do that. But the person that you will become at that level to command that sort of money is a different person. It's not going to be the same you right now. Let's say you earn $2,000 a month right now. The you that will exist when you're earning $10,000 a month is a different you. You won't be the same guy and make 5 times as much in a month. You won't be. So you will be able to handle it when you get to that level. So don't prevent yourself from trying because you're scared that eventually you'll do really well, and because you're basing your ability to manage that money on who you are right now. But you will evolve, you will change, right? The more you improve, the more valuable you become to the marketplace, the more you can command, right? The more you will be paid, right? So at that level, you will be more valuable to the marketplace. You will be a far better person than you are right now. So you will be able to manage it. You will be. So look, let me remind you that everything that you desire is on the other side of fear. It's on the other side of fear. Everything, the car that you want, the house that you want, the financial freedom, the time freedom, most importantly. For a lot of people, that's what they're truly after. It's not making millions and millions and millions, although for quite a lot of you, it is a goal of yours. But I would say for the majority of people, it's having more money, of course, but more importantly, the time to be able to decide what you want to do with that money. It's being able to pick up and go to a different country when you desire. It's being able to work from home so that you can take care of your kids, maybe homeschool your kids if that's a goal of yours. It's having the ability to move around, to be autonomous and not have to request days off and not feeling like, oh, I requested a little bit too much. Maybe they'll get annoyed at me if I, you know? And you can have all of that. We live in the greatest era in human history to do what you want to do and to live life on your own terms. There are people making TikTok videos, going viral, getting crazy sponsorship deals, all kinds of brand deals. It's more possible than ever. You have to remind yourself of the scale of opportunity that exists. It's vast. But if all you focus on is how risky it is and why it's too saturated, and then you won't see the opportunity. You'll just see the reasons it won't work out. And when you focus on the opportunity at hand, all of a sudden, doors start opening. You know, you start seeing, oh yeah, I can do this. Okay. You know, it just becomes easier when you look at it from a different lens, not from the lens of skepticism, but from the lens of optimism. If you see somebody online making a lot of money, that's good news for you. And the reason it is because if he can fucking do it, you can as well. Don't look at it as, oh, well, this person must have been born with these skills, that they're just natural. No, there are some idiots online making some serious money. Now, look, there are some people doing things the wrong way, unethically. I get it. But there are also people that are far less talented than you, and this is no disrespect to them, that are making a lot more than you, and even me as well. And those people we should look at and think, you know what, if they can do it too, if they can do it, I can do it too, right? If you see someone less talented than you on social media, making a lot of money, doing really well, applaud that. And recognize that, man, if this guy can do it, if this gal can do it, I can do it too. And you can. You can, absolutely. But you got to say that you can. You got to be on your own team here. You can't see something really exciting on social media and see all this money and then tell yourself, yeah, but I can't. And then you list the reason. It's because if you start listing out reasons it won't work out, then it won't fucking work out, will it? Reasons or results. Either you say, you know what? This is fucking huge. This opportunity is massive. And people are making money. You know what? I'm going to go for it. You're going to get results that way. But if you look at it and think, well, no, then you ain't going to get shit. Okay? So it's more possible than ever, man. Get your head out your ass and look around. You know, when your head's up your ass, it's too dark up there. You can't see nothing. So get your head out your ass, look around, and look at the scale of the opportunity available to you. Stop living in this negative world where everything is doom and gloom, and stop consuming the news. The news is designed to be negative because negativity sells, right? It does far better than positive stories. Negative stories, people like being scared. Oh God, no. It's just constant gore, horror, economic despair all over these news platforms. Stop consuming them. Whatever you put in here needs to be curated. What do I mean by curated? It means you decide what you allow in here. You don't just allow everybody to dump whatever they want into your mind, because it will affect you. It will alter the way you feel. It will manipulate your emotional state. Right? If you watch a news broadcast about how the economy's fucked and everyone has no money and, you know, rent is going up and this and that, you're going to be living in fear. And when you live in fear, you don't see opportunities. All you do is hold on to what you got, like that little squirrel in in Ice Age, right? That squirrel that's constantly holding on to his acorn. That's how I picture people that are living a life of fear. Instead of going on the attack, they are constantly in defense. You got to go on the attack, man. You got to be like, you know what, man? There's so many people making money. It's fucking possible. I'm going to go for it. All right? Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a like. Also, check out the school community down in the description below. I have a community called the Top 3%, where we have individuals all around the world, in Morocco, in the UK, in the US, in Germany, in Bangladesh, globally. And our members are learning a wide range of different things. We have 3 live calls every single week where we talk about confidence, communication, the subconscious mind, self-development as a principle, right? The law of attraction, how to build the life that you want, how to design the life that you want. And we also have calls to discuss fitness and style, amongst many other things as well. So do check out the link in the description below. I look forward to welcoming you guys in the community, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Take care.